Greyhound View. This week we take a look back at the semi-finals of the Lee Strand Charity 550 from Tralee and the Olympic Bee Puppy Oaks from Shelbourne Park. Then it's on to Kilkenny for the Red Mills final, and we also talk to breeder Eugene Price at his Rathangan base. But first it's over to Harold's Cross. Tipperary GAA supporters held a benefit night in Harold's Cross last weekend. The main race on the card was the aptly named Nicky English and Tommy Dunn 525. We join commentator Ian Fortune.
Fox down the far side. Alamos Samurai takes up the lead. Now from number 5, Bangor Kev. Moving strongly in third is number 2, Michael's Fox. But around the third corner, number 6, Alamos Samurai's gone clear. There's Carnage in behind. Second now, number 5, Bangor Kev. A distance back to the next, but out front, number 6, Alamos Samurai. An easy winner.
Dropping right in there. Pressure. Greg Kennedy trying to cope with that pressure. They come forward again. A goal opportunity, and it's Martin O'Leary who's got a second goal. Tommy Dunn firing it in there. Good ball inside. Opportunities. Kelly trying to get it, so too is O'Brien. Solly Canning trying to get it on his stick, does so. Get it out, gets it out as far as Moore. Dispossessed, and once again it is Mark O'Leary, and O'Leary's shot is over the bar.
Well, Nicky, we've seen you regularly on the dog tracks, but what's the particular reason Harold's Cross tonight?
Well, we have a benefit night for the Tipperary hurling team here tonight in Harold's Cross, and the last few years we've had a great relationship with the dog people. We've raised a lot of money for the Tipperary team out of the dogs, and we've been in Thurles the last 3 years, and this year we've decided just to come to Harold's Cross for a night out, and it's been fantastic.
Well, you've enjoyed a bit of success yourself as a greyhound owner, and with one partner as well.
I'm just after presenting a prize here, so it'll be the nearest I'll get at the moment with the way my dogs are going. Yeah, we've had our bit of success, but it's you take your chance in dogs, and you hope you win.
Niall Quinn is a joint owner with you in Big Niall, and he's doing you proud at the moment, isn't he?
Big Niall, the soccer player is going a little bit better than Big Niall, the dog, just at the moment. So we hope he keeps going for next Tuesday anyway.
What's the prognosis for Big Niall, the dog?
No, you'd have to ask his trainer that, Michael. I don't know. We're told that he's getting ready for a big race in Galway, an 800, but who knows?
Are you looking for an outboard engine to go on?
No, Michael, you better ask the other partner. If you go over to that press conference I know he wants to talk about lots of problematic things over in Japan, but ask him about Big Niall the dog, and that's probably his biggest problem at the moment.
Sean McKay hands over the Lee McCarthy Cup to Tommy Dunn, the jubilant captain of the Premier County. In 2001, they are the Premier County in hurling.
Well, that was a great moment for you, Tommy, holding the trophy in Croke Park.
Yeah, well, it's a good while ago now, Michael, but it was a fantastic moment. We had a terrific year last year, and we've had a good year so far this year as well.
Now, a big win last Sunday.
Yeah, we had a good win. We won by 7 points, but it could have been a lot closer. Limerick had a couple of chances in the second half that didn't take, and I suppose we performed reasonably well on the day, and we were pleased with the result.
So you're looking ahead now to the Waterford Challenge.
Yeah, we're delighted to be in the Munster final. We've come through 2 tough games with Clare and Limerick, and we expect another very difficult game against Waterford, and we're just happy to be there at the moment, and hopefully we can continue on our winning ways.
There's a great bond in Tipperary between hurling and greyhound racing. I know you're not a greyhound man yourself, but there's a huge relationship.
There is a good relationship, and probably a lot of the people that follow greyhound racing and maybe horse racing as well also follow GAA. And the people in the supporters club have seen it as an outlet where they can raise money for themselves and pump the money back into the team, and it is a fantastic relationship, and it's good that the hurling team is going well, and in fairness, the greyhound meetings are a great way of raising money, and we find that we have terrific support right across the board in Tipperary.
Are you finding any winners in Harold's Cross?
No, I'm very upset the way things are going at the moment, so a couple of more races left, the look might change.
But you'd prefer to have the winner in September?
Absolutely.
On Friday night, the Kingdom Greyhound Stadium in Tralee hosted the semi-finals of the Lee Strand 550, and plenty were there to see it.
Well, the runners now win traps for the opening semi-final of the Lee Strand Charity 550. In 1 is Kilco Vintage, 2 Fortune Mike, 3 is Lemon Spiral, 4 Lethal Legend, 5 Laura's Image, and 6 Carrageen Lord. The hare coming around the final corner, the favourite, number 2, Fortune Mike at 5-4. And away they go. And first to show number 3, Lemon Spiral, but quickly on the inside, number 1, Kilco Vintage. Now on the outside, number 6, Carrigan Lord in the middle, number 2, Fortune Mike. Around the opening corners, number 1, Kilco Vintage takes them along. Now with a big challenge, number 2, Fortune Mike, number 6, Carrigan Lord poised on the outside, but out on the far side, number 2, Fortune Mike has struck the front, gone about 2 lengths clear now of number 1, Kilco Vintage, and third is number 6, Carrigan Lord. The rest, while further back, are led by number 4, Lethal Legend, but around the final corner, number 2, Fortune Mike continues to lead, stretching his lead up to the line. Fortune Mike, an impressive winner. Second, number 1, Kilco Vintage, and third, number 6, Carrigan Lord. And the result of the opening semi-final, the winner was the favourite, number 2, Fortune Mike at 5-4, second, number 1, Kilco Vintage, and third, number 6, Carrigan Lord. The winning time, 30:28. They're all in traps now for the second semi-final. The trap order: 1 is Knockgrow Prince, 2 Earl of Melody, 3 What a Lark, 4 Computer Analyst, 5 My Montana, and 6 Anamore Billy, the 4 to 6 favourite in the stripes. The hare coming around the final turn, up behind the traps, and away they go. And bit of a bumping match between number 4 Computer Analyst and number 3 What a Lark. That leaves number 2 Earl of Melody to lead around the corner from number 5, who's got trouble there. That's My Montana. Now second, Anamore Billy, the favourite. Down the far side, number 2 Earl of Melody taking them along, but here's number 6 Anamore Billy with a big run. In third, number 5 My Montana, but looks out of it. But around the second last corner, number 6 Anamore Billy stretching clear, about 3 lengths clear now of number 2 Earl of Melody. Further back, number 5 My Montana, but around the final corner, number 6 Anamore Billy. Here comes number 2 Earl of Melody, neck and neck up the home straight. Number 6 Anamore Billy just getting up to beat number 2 Earl of Melody once again on the line. Back in third, number 4 Computer Analyst. The result of the second semi-final, the winner was number 6 Anamore Billy, the 4 to 6 favourite. Second was number 2 Earl of Melody. Back in third, number 4 Computer Analyst. The winning time, 30:37. Well, the trap draw was made after the race, and it's resulted as follows: in 1 Computer Analyst, 2 is Kilco Vintage, in 3 Earl of Melody, 4 Fortune Mike, 5 Anamore Billy, and trap 6 Carrigan Lord.
It's wide open if you ask me. Pilot Alert, just the favourite here at 2-1, 9-4, cracking man, off we go, and racing up towards the first bend. It's 5 Alan Gift down quick from 4 Blue Guna. Off this comes Call Me Baby. They go round the first bend and round it. It's 4 Blue Guna going on with 5 Alan Gift. Alan Gift now out in front by a leg from Blue Guna. Then comes Call Me Baby as they head down towards the third bend. It's still trapped 5 Alan Gift in front, leading in. Call Me Baby challenging on the outside as they come off the final bend. It's Alan Gift and Call Me Baby. After these comes trap 4 Blue Guna up towards the line. Alan Gift pulls it out. Alan Gift has led throughout here for trainer Claude Gardner. What an unusual Greyhound Derby we've had. The Williamville Greyhound Derby final won by trap 5 Alan Gift.
English Derby winner Alan Gift is out of the brood bitch Raceline Clare. We caught up with breeder Eugene Price at his home in Rathangan in County Kildare.
Mark Skeech, a friend of mine in England, he rang me and he said he had a real top class bitch and that she won 40 opens flapping, but flapping is flapping. So he sent me over a detailed written account of what she done, and I was very impressed. So we done a deal and I got her for breeding. So I bred her the first time to Boyne Walk, and he got all that litter. I gave him all that litter and they went flapping, so they were gone. So I bred her, the next dog I took her to was In Question.
Well, we bought In Question in the sales in Shelbourne, myself and Tony Moore, a friend of mine. And he won his sales trial in Shelbourne and he was unraced. And we went to Mullingar a month later with him and won an unraced stake and broke the track record in the final. And shortly after that he went to Tony Fatty to be trained, and we had good success with him, and he was only 4 spots out to 5.75 record in Shelbourne. And he went to stud down with Tony, and later on Eugene brought the bitch Raceline Clare to the dog, and she had a good litter of pups, and Eugene gave myself and Tony a pup out of it, and it happened to be Alan Gift.
Peter took him then and he qualified him in, and he gave him to Tony Fahey. And Tony Fahey raced him at Shelburne, Galway and Mullingar, which he won on all 3 tracks. At Newbridge, he started off his career at Newbridge where he was qualified in. You know, he done 29.10, 29.12 in Shelburne and 29.80 I think it was in Mullingar. So Peter had a good run out of him and he sold him on then for, he didn't tell me how much, but it was a nice sum, and he won the English Derby. That's how he come, and that's how, hence his name Alan Gift as well. And I really fancied him in the final. I know he was 16 to 1 an outsider, but I had a good cut at him at 16 to 1. We couldn't get over because of the Aer Lingus strike. So, and Peter had a nice wager on him. So we were looking at it in the local pub, and there was a lot of big celebrations.
Landing this year's William Hill Greyhound Derby final.
Well, we had a good result in the good few English derbies. I bought Slaney-side Speed as a sapling, and she got to the final. She finished 5th. She was the first derby finalist. And then I reared and bred Penny's Best, and I sold it to Nicky Chambers. And he finished 3rd in the English derby final. And then there was Air Flyer. I sold him to, bred and reared him and sold him to John Halibut, and he finished 2nd. So this is the 4th one, and Alan Gift finished 1st.
The decision to mate Raceline Clare to In Question proved to be the right one. So what of her subsequent litters?
She has a litter of pups to Iman. They're 13 months old. I have 2 dogs and 2 bitches, and of course Peter, he bought 2 off me. He has 2 nice ones. He bought 2. He didn't get any gift this time. He bought them. We gave big money for them too. And he's 2, and I've 2 dogs and 2 bitches, and they're 13 months old, just getting them ready for the track now. I have a nice litter of our Raceline Clare by Executive Jet. There's 4 of them at the winning so far. I sold one that won, or 2 races in Newbridge, and I have China Jet here. He won his first race in 29-21, and he was beaten in his last race, and I think a fair bit of him. And I have one that didn't run out of him yet, so just getting around to it.
So what plans now for Raceline Clare?
She's in season and she's booked into Larkill Joe, so I'm looking forward to that.
Join us in part 2 for the semi-finals of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks and the Red Mills final from Kilkenny. Shelbourne Park staged the semi-finals of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks last Saturday night. As always, this event attracted plenty of supporters on what turned out to be a surprisingly balmy evening.
The first semi-final of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. In trap 1, Ballyvacoke Lady. 2 is Don's Beauty. 3, Axel Grease. In 4, On the Ropes. Trap 5 is Toss Small. And in 6, we have Drive a Mini. The favourite is number 3, Axel Grease. In trap 3, will she get out this time? The hare behind traps and away they go. She's not out too well and she's in trouble. It's number 2, Don's Beauty on the inside, number 1, Ballyvacoke Lady. And Ballyvacoke Lady leads and a bumping match with number 2. Now number 6, Drive a Mini, drives up on the outside into the back straight. And number 6, Drive a Mini, challenging number 1, Ballyvacoke Lady. Number 2, Don's Beauty coming back up the inside to challenge again at the 3rd bend. It's close again, 1 and 2, another bump between them. Number 6, Drive a Mini on the premises. Number 5, Toss Small just in behind. Off the final bend is Don's Beauty in front, being challenged on the inside by Toss Small, but it's number 2, Don's Beauty, winning from number 5, Toss Small, the time of 29:26. And the result of the first semi-final, the winner was number 2, Don's Beauty, 2nd, number 5, Toss Small, and 3rd, number 6, Drive a Mini, the time 29:26. And so to the second semi-final, where in trap 1 is Hey Good Lookin', 2 is More Air Blackie, 3, Airmount Liz, 4, Kyle Hart, 5, Culmore Ring, and in 6, Crossley Lark the favourite. They're shouting 6-4 as the hare comes around the final bend. Up behind traps for the second semi-final of the Puppy Oaks. And it's number 2, fast away, More Air Blackie, with number 1, Hey Good Lookin' into the bend. A great dash between this pair, but number 1, Hey Good Lookin', bursts through to lead on the bend. Now number 3, Airmount Liz moves into 2nd place. This one has big pace down the back. It's number 1, Hey Good Lookin', from 3, Airmount Liz in 2nd. Number 4, Kyle Hart now moving strongly to challenge for 3rd. Around the bottom 2 bends, and Hey Good Looking is holding on here, leading by 2 lengths from number 3, Airmount Liz, coming off the final bend. It's 1 from 3 as they head towards the line. 1 from 3 as they hit the line. It's close on the line in a time of 29:25. The result of the 8th race, a dead heat between number 1, Hey Good Lookin', and number 3, Airmount Liz. 3rd was number 4, Kyle Hart, the time 29:25. The final of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks will be run next Saturday night in Shelburne Park, and the draw has worked out as follows. In trap 1, Airmount Liz, 2, Kyle Hart, 3, Hey Good Lookin', 4, Don's Beauty, 5, Toss Small, and 6, Drive a Mini. It should be a very open betting affair, but the red jacket for Airmount Liz gives this one a real chance of winning the top prize of €7,500.
Just over half an hour from Cork City lies the populous seaside town of Youghal. Like many of the Greyhound tracks around the country, this one has been improved.
The Youghal track has always been noted as a small seaside track, but it would always be noted as a very, very homely track. And we hope to keep it that way, because we would have an atmosphere in Youghal that I think is second to none. You know, I mean, most tracks would envy the atmosphere. Everybody in Youghal knows each other, and it's a very family kind of place. It was closed last October for renovations, and basically what has happened is the whole track has been dug up and relaid. The bends have been realigned to make them better running bends. There's been new cameras put on the bends, new hair system, new trap system, new sprinkler system. So basically the whole track system has been changed itself. You know, it is practically a new track, wider back straight, which really has looked very well so far. We opened in April, and I took over as manager here in April, and the response so far has been fantastic. All of the owners and trainers are very, very happy with it. We would hope in a few years' time that with Youghal that we would be able to get a new stand here and hopefully have the facilities to match the track at this stage, you know. Hopefully it's for the future, but we're looking forward to a bright summer ahead. You know, we have some very good sponsors lined up, some top quality races lined up, and the future is looking bright, and we're looking forward to a good summer.
Exciting times lie ahead for Kilkenny track. A major plan is being worked on for the development of the new grandstand, but more about that later. However, firstly, let's talk about the Greyhound circuit, which itself is going to get a facelift in the very near future. Chairman Tom Weddick explains the situation to us. Tom, exactly what's going to happen?
Well, the situation is this, Michael, that we have been trialling a lot of dogs, and we're a grass surface, and it hasn't taken to the amount of dogs on it will obviously affect the grass surface. So we have applied to the board and received funding to renovate the track, turn it into all sand. We hope to widen it if required. We will take the tower out, but because the tower has been a problem over the years, and we hope to put in an extra set of traps, in other words a new distance. We hope to look for it to get a 550. Now this will all be subject to the experts coming in and saying what we can do, and as I say, the funding we've been approved by the Irish Greyhound Board, and we would hope to set it in motion at the tail end of the year, probably November, December, and come back racing then with a fully sand surface, which will be in line with the tracks all around us.
The dogs now on parade for the Red Mills Racer Champion on Race Stake for 2002. In Trap 1 we have Minis Flashing, trained by Fraser Black in Rathangan, owned by Lizzie Marr in Tipperary, this a son of Frisbee Flashing and Minis Kirsty. In 2 is 10 Men, trained by Paul Hennessy and owned by Tony and Jennifer Howard in Kildare, this a son of Mr Boz in Olympic B. In 3, the favourite, Pacific Mile, owned and trained by Pat Dalton in Golden, this a son of Head Honcho and Wise Beauty, one of 2 representatives for the Dalton Kennel. In 4 is the second representative, Wise Actress, owned and trained by Pat once again, this a daughter of Roanoke and Wise Plan. In 5 is Barefoot Oscar, trained by Paul Hennessy and Gowran, owned by Brian and Kathleen Murphy, who are both based in the Cayman Islands, this a son of Vintage Prince and Colleen Dealish. And in Trap 6, Kildove Turbo, owned and trained by Michael Bergen Sr. in Freshford, this a son of Top Honcho and Kildove Amber, the second favourite in the market, and well drawn in 6. The dogs now in boxes for the final of the Champion on Race Stake for 2002. Over the years this has produced some real champions. Here we have 6 potential champions of the future. In Trap Order, 1 is Minis Flashing, 2 is 10 Men, in 3 Pacific Mile, 4 is Wise Actress, 5 Barefoot Oscar, and 6 Kildove Turbo. The favourite at 5-4, number 3 Pacific Mile is Market Challenger, number 6 Kildove Turbo at 2-1. And away they go, and first to show is number 1 on the inside, Minis Flashing, and now on the outside is number 2, 10 Men, but at the back of the field is number 3 Pacific Mile, but around the corner it's number 2, 10 Men that leads. Going second now, number 6 Kildove Turbo, further gap to number 1 Minis Flashing. Here comes on number 3 Pacific Mile on the inside, but down the far side number 2, 10 Men continues to lead by about 2 lengths from number 6 Kildove Turbo. Back in third, number 3 Pacific Mile have a real battle with Minis Flashing. Around the final corner it's number 2, 10 Men, number 6 Kildove Turbo not giving up, and here comes number 3 Pacific Mile up to the line. Kildove Turbo gets there close for second. What a race, a fine winner there, Kildove Turbo racing in the stripes. Well, there was a terrifically close finish to the Red Mills Racer Champion on Race Stake for 2002, but it went to number 6, Kildove Turbo, second, number 2, 10 Men, back in third, number 3, Pacific Mile. The winning time, 29:34.
Well, we've seen a great performance from Kildove Turbo in winning the Red Mills Racer Champion on Race Stake, doing it in style, coming from behind and winning a really thrilling race. And thrilled too is his owner, Michael Bergen. Michael, great performance from the dog.
It was a brilliant race tonight. Didn't come away as well as usual, but came home very strong.
How were you feeling down the back straight when you had a few lengths to make up?
I was a little bit worried, but he got there anyway. I have fierce faith in him from day one. He was doing it and doing it again tonight.
Right from his early trials, he was showing the promise,
was he?
was he?
I know I had something special in this, lads, I did. So hopefully he'll go on to bigger things now.
Now, he ran in your name tonight, but he's sold, I believe, yeah?
He is, yeah. He's going. Nicky Saville will be training him for Bob Martin. So the best of luck to him. I hope he wins the Derby.
Now, the litter has gone tremendously well for you. How many have run and won so far?
There's only 3 of them has raced, and they were never beaten. They have 10 races. This was the 10th race tonight, so it is. So
have you a few more to come along as well?
I have a decent dog and bitch to come out as well, yes.
So we'll all be looking out for these two.
Hopefully. Maybe the puppy derby.
No, always the breeding line is very good. You're local owners here and you've a great record here in Kilkenny.
That's right, down to years done all right. My father won the project like in 1976 with Kildove Starkey, and since then we had good bit of luck.
And this fella's dam was a very good racer too, Kildove Amber.
She was third in the puppy derby. She won in an race stake in Waterford in 28-80, and she was second in the Munster Oaks. So she was a top class bitch. She only ran 12 times and she got injured and we bred her, so that's it.
So it could be that she'll be even better in the breeding paddocks.
Hopefully. So everything going well.
Time now to look at the fixtures, and on Friday it's the final of the Lee Strand Charity 550 from Tralee, also the final of the Ned Kelly Memorial 550 from Youghal, and it's the semi-finals of the Peggy Kelly Island Bridge Sprint from Harold's Cross. On Saturday then it's the second round of the Kerry Agri-Business Irish St Leger from Limerick. At Cork it's the semi-finals of the Macroom Motor Services Stake, and at Shelbourne Park it's the final of the Olympic Bee Puppy Oaks. At Lifford it's the first round of the North West Derby, and that continues on Sunday. Next week we review those finals of the Lee Strand Charity 550 from Tralee, as well as the Olympic Bee Puppy Oaks from Shelbourne Park. Plus we go to Limerick for the heats of the Irish St Leger. For further information on Irish Greyhound racing ownership and syndication, visit our website at www.igb.ie or email us at admin@igb.ie.